Hello. 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 Okay, guys. Welcome back to new episode today. So these are episode 27. So we need 3 more videos. Yeah, we need 3 more videos to make it up to episode 30, and we still need more so that we complete the project. And so yeah, guys. Just want to welcome you back to this new episode today and being a new day. And so we'll be continuing from where we started last. Where we started yesterday. We'll continue from there and try to finish it up. Basically, that will be the screen you are seeing right now. So the design right here. So we are hoping to finish this up today and then hop into this one, and then if we're fast enough, we get to finish this. And again, also guys, also to let you guys know, I'll also be streaming after this stream. After this stream, we will do another stream that will be after 1 hour. After this stream, so that will be based on SwiftUI. SwiftUI. So that's what I'll be working on next, and I'll be streaming on that today too. Like I've been telling you guys, I'll be starting the same SwiftUI stream. So that's it. So yeah, guys. So let's start with this. So basically, yesterday we stopped here, and also if you're wondering why there's different music at the background, I just wanted to try out something today to see how that looks like. Yeah, so that's why I have the different music at the background going on. Yeah, with that being said, so let's get over and start working on this. So yesterday we were working on this calendar, and we are having some issues, so faced a lot of problems, like implementation problems, because I think this is my first time using this particular package. So you probably face such some challenges when you pick up new packages and or something like that. So I was looking at so most of our problem yesterday were kind of like how to customize this to look like what we have here, which is our theme and design and stuff. And it wasn't successful yesterday, so we continue that from today and see where we get to. And also, guys, don't forget to chat me up on the comment section, so we can talk on the comment section. Okay, and so yeah, I'm going to minimize this. Should I minimize it or just put it aside somehow? Let me just put it aside somehow. So going to have, so I have this showing up for now. So I have this showing up here. And change this. And here's what we are working on. Of these. So you can have it this way. Yeah, that makes sense. So here is our design where we stopped yesterday. And so here's the code we had yesterday. Let's go over and start implementing these custom design we have it. So basically converting this no, basically converting this to this because this is the final stuff we are looking towards to. So for that, we're going to start first with an issue of audio. So let's here we have this color selected decoration, and we have this selected text style, and I think we are trying to get this to move to this. So this will be kind of like um, this will be called, let me see, today selected. So that should be today because basically today is 6th July, and over here is selecting 6th of July, which is basically today. So I did a little bit digging on the package itself or plugin, the Flutter plugin or Flutter package itself. So I found out that how to change this was basically to change what they call today decoration and today text style. So let's start with today decoration, and we are going ahead to use this. Copy this over. Yeah, it is. We could save this. I see it changed, so this changed to what we need there, but we want it to be a border and a transparent background, and the text we have this color and not this way. So let's go ahead and do that. So to do that, we are going to make the text to be transparent. So use colors transparent. Remember, this is how to make something to be transparent. Transparent background in your Flutter code. It will basically take the parent's background. That's what this is doing. If you do this, if you use this color on a widget without a parent, the background will basically be black in color. So it will be what you need. So that being said, let's go to the next line and work on the border. We're going to use border. That's all. So we have code suggestion, and this is the color we need, so we leave it this way. We are going to change the width to 1 and save this, and you see that's basically what we want. So it's kind of taking the shape here, and the next will be so the next will be to change the text style of this today decoration. That would be next line. We'll say text today text style. I'm going to use text style, and okay, so we have code selection, and so with that we could see the text style is 16 here. We could just leave it as 16 for now, and the color we want it to be our brand color, and font width we could actually leave it this way, or we could just remove this for now and leave everything this way and save that. And you see it's now showing up the way we want. That's cool. So that's it. So let's move over right now. Another issue is that if you tap on this, nothing is working. So we want to fix that. And how to fix that is to have, so you have to add this. So you have to add a function, yeah, a callback function you added, and it's called selected day predicate. So it's called selected day predicate. It's going to is a function that returns it returns a value, and we're going to call that value day. And in here, function body, we are going to return something like this. So basically what this is doing is saying return the selected date. When someone taps on any of this, basically do a comparison by saying the day the person tapped, the day we tapped on, if it's equals to, check if it's equals to date done now dot day, which is this. So if I tap on this, check if it's equals to this, and then you will know which one to select and which one to apply the colors decoration to, and that's basically what this is doing, I think. Yep. What? So we could see. Yeah. So function deciding whether given day should be marked as selected. So that's what the function is doing, and it's using this comparison here to determine that. And in here, we are going to declare some functions up here somewhere up here. So it's a state. We are going to describe create a state variables here. So first one will be we call date time. So date time of type focus, and focus date, and it's equal to date.time.now. And next one we are going to have is still a date time, and this is going to be optional. Selected day, and we're going to leave it this way. And let's go and use this in our table calendar. So replace this so that because we want this to be changing, dynamically change and not constant. So we're going to replace this. I'm going to add the focus date there. And the next one is in here. What we're going to do, call it set state. Whenever someone selects a date, we're going to apply this change. So whenever someone selects a date here, we are going to say focus date is assigned to this variable. And this variable is assigned to focus dates, and selected dates, this variable is assigned to selected dates. And that's what we need here. Save that. And so let's go and check it out. As you can see, it's been highlighted right here, but we still need to change a lot of stuff there. So let's go ahead and tap on this. So let's see what. Okay, so this should change, not date dot now. So this should change to selected date. It's optional that day. Tap on this, tap on a dimension schedule, and then yeah, so you see tapping on this selects it and adds a decoration to it. So that's what we are looking for. Is working perfectly good, and so that's good. We are good to go. But right now, you see this design is not matching to what we need here. So we're going to change this to match to this design we have right here. So to do that, that would be actually changing selected decoration, but we want the color to be this, and so we want the color to be this and the shape this, but the selected color should be changed. And let's see what we could do about that one. So we could actually use our app colors. Pure white, so I'm going to use pure white, but we want the text to be white in color because that's what we have here, white in color. And I think that's it. So the background is our brand color and the text is pure white. Tapping on this changes it, so that's it, it's working. And next thing we could do right now is to work on this path, the header part of our calendar. You see is different with this one right here. So let's go ahead and work on that. So we are going to tap into a property called so where is it? So we have calendar style, and so yeah, calendar style. After that, we header style. So you tap into the header style. That's going to be the header style, which in there. So inside the header style, so we're going to say, first of all, let's remove this widget. So to remove this, we are going to use what we call base variable format button visible. So we're going to change that to false, and that we hide this. So you see it's hidden. And the next one we're going to say format button. Let me see. So format show test, set that to false too. Basically it's still the same. It's doing this is doing the same thing as this. So but I prefer using both of them. The settings into false. And next thing is that we have to center this by using what we call title center, and we apply set that to 2. So setting that to true, we center this, which is what we need. That's taking a good shape. And remember, we are not done yet, so we could. So let's see what else we need to do. So yeah, let's add a header margin. So there should be a big, you see, there's a big space between this and this. But right here, see, this is squashed together. So let's add a space there by using header margin property. So inside the header margin, we use agent set. So remember, all the margin and padding, you use our agent set for that. So tap into agent set. We say dot only. In there, we tap into the button property. And we set that to 20.0. Save that. And you see that we push this down and give it a space. But let's see the actual space between this and this. That's 43. Oh, that's quite huge. 43. Let's try for the transfer what that looks like. I think that's actually too much. We could reduce that a bit to 33. Okay, I think that's manageable at this point. So the next thing we could do, basically, we could, you see, let's start this chevron icon. It should be somewhere close, somewhere here, and a bit out, close to the edges than this stuff here. So we have to move it a bit. So if you look, you see what I'm talking about. So we have to move that. To do that, let's see. So what we could do is to tap into this chevron property. Chevron. So it says chevron margin. Set that to edge insert dot r and set that to 0.0. Come on. That's, and if you look at it, just look at the left now. If I save this, you see the change has been applied. You see this is now moved towards to the left. And then we do the same for the right, chevron right. Right chevron margin. Add the same, save that. See this, move to the edges. And also do the same for the padding property. Chevron padding, add the same. Chevron right padding, add the same. And see that's moves them to the edges where it's supposed to be. And I think that's it for the chevron. So that's chevron margin and padding. Okay, so let's say there's something else we need to change here. So looking at this, putting this side to side, let's see if there's something else we need to change. So we have the icons, this center, and this right here. And looking over here, we have that being taken shape. And yeah, so next thing we need to change is this is actually just the month name, but here we have the month name and the year. So we don't want the year, we just want the month name. So to do that, we can tap into so there's a property we can tap into. It's called title formatter. Title formatter. So you tap into that, and because this is a function, and it returns two parameters. One is date time, and the next property is location local. So the current right, so local currently means the current location or the current country where the user is actually using the app. So the current time location of that particular country or continent, something like that. So that basically what that local points to. And with that being added, so inside our function body, so right now inside our function body, what we could do is to return date format dot year, and that should be month. Format the month using the local. You see that? So using the local, we format them. We say format local format, and we're going to format the date time property. So yeah, should be something like this. You see there's something we're missing. So we have, so it's an undefined name date format. So we are going to import a library to fix that error, and the library is called international library. If I got the pronunciation right. So basically, let me show you that what that is. I don't have pronounce that properly, but let's see what that actually means. So just over here, that's report .dev. So there's a library I'm talking about right here. Let's see, yeah, internationalization and localization facility. So that basically, I think this is the main name of the library right here. And then we can read through what it does. So this basically the library I'm using to format the dates based on the location of the user. So that's basically what the library is doing. We could go back. Let's go back. Right now, if we go ahead and save this, you see, now it's now shortened to months. I'm no longer adding the year to this. So basically, that will be, let's say, but if there's an issue, this is shortens this to 3 letter words, but we want the full month. So since we want the full month, what we could do is to make this M here, so 4, I think, 4 property. Yeah, so for making it 4 property, we give us a full month. So save that, and I think we are done right here. We are done. So let's check this again. Let's take a good look and see what this looks like. So yeah, it's looking good. I think one more thing we could do is to use the test style they used here. Let's see. So basically, the test style for every single one of them. Okay, they are all the same. So you have font weight is 400 and the size is 13. So you could go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and change that for every single one of them. You could say selected text, font weight should be 400, font size is 13. Copy that and add that for every other place. So you go to today's selected text and do the same. And next one should be to have selected text. And yeah, and that is applied right here. I think the next stuff you could do is to see. Can they did the default test style? Um, so let's change the default test style. Let's go ahead and do that in here. Default test style. I can say test style. I'll go ahead and save that. And see that will apply to other ones. The default test style will basically apply to other ones. And I think that's it. And this header here, and that's 417. So let's the header style. So title text style. I'll go ahead and tap into that. I'll change that too, and apply the same to it. That's basically, let's see, 417, right? So 17. Save that, and that will apply to this. And I think we are done right there for the calendar. So go ahead and save everything. Test the functionality again, and the functionality is working as it should. So let's go down and start working on this part. So to do that, that should be stay inside our column widget. Below that, we have another text here. And we call that choose the right time. Custom text. We call that admission page. Admission page. Time title. Yeah. And I'm going to change this to choose the right time, and copy the text, save that, go over to our design here, change this to use a custom text with design. We added right now dot this, and let's add a style property here to style the text, and we're going to use theme dot of context dot testing dot headline for leave it at 4. And go ahead and copy the design, copy the style, so we could change it, and we could. So let's go ahead and add ours. So it should have font weight of 500, font size of 17. So it's a font weight, and the font weight is going to be font weight 500, and the next one font size. So font size of 17, that's what we added right now. Save that. And let's see what else we need to do. That's it. Let's see what that looks like. So here's the test we added right now. So here's our test. What we could do is to we don't want this to be centered over here. We want it to be moved to the end right there. So close as this, let's start. And this will push this to the start right here. By just adding this on the column, we make that every widget should start from the beginning, and that's it. So next we could do is to add a pattern widget on it, like we did for this widget here. So copy that. Here's the padding widget. Go ahead and change this to it. And what happened? Okay, add the comma property. And what else do we need to add? Okay, go ahead and format the code. Save this. You see, the padding is added, but that's basically not the right. Let me see. Okay, that should be 16 on the left and right. So you have 16. Okay, that's it. And the margin between this and this. So let's see, 31. So add a padding top. So increase the padding bottom top to 31. Let's look at this again. So we could increase it a bit again, say 35. Okay, we are going to leave it at 35 like that, and then we are going to go ahead and add these buttons we have here, these rounded buttons. We could actually make use of our custom circle button that we used in our detail screen, because I remember we used this somewhere here. Yeah, this one, custom BTM. So we use that. We could go ahead and use it. So see, is border is true. That will add a border, and then change the button color for us. So let's go ahead and do that. Copy that. And in next switch that we could just okay, we copied that. So let me see what we need to do again. Okay, yeah, we paste that right here. So we just copy the button over. So we're going to paste it right here. At the comma, and so the reason why we are getting this error is that we need to import it. So import the file, and we don't need this, so we're going to delete this. Save. That's very big, and now what we need, so we need to size it to this and that will be um, a width of 166 and a height of 44. So let's see how we could do that. Um, so basically the way to do that for us is to keep on changing this and this. Let's go ahead and change this for the height. What we could do, you can say top of 10, top of 10, and this to come down, but that's too much. You can make it 15, and do the same right here, 15. Go ahead and save that. Right now it's to work on the width property. For the width, what we could do is to basically, we can make copy, okay, 166 is the width. Let's just remove the mediocrity. So 166.0. Go ahead and save it, and that will give us something like this. And yeah, here's what we have. And what we could do is to change this property to match to what we have here for now, because we are going to do this dynamically from the psychologist data. So copy that text, paste the text right here, save this, and here we go. Here's the text, but we have to style the text. So font size, so we have the font size. You can actually use this font size for this text, which should be 13. So tap into the font size and we say that should be 13.0, and that will reduce it, basically getting to what we need. And we could look at it again to see if we actually achieved what they're looking for. Yeah, it looks, so we're looking at this height. It makes sense for the height, and then the width. The width is what we need. So that's it. That's good. So we are good to go. The next thing is that we actually don't need one of these. We need like multiples of this. Understand? Because if you look here, you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So how to do that? Remember, guys. So with this similar stuff, whereby we use a list. So list stuff as in our widget. So I think one of the place we did that was somewhere here. If we could remember. So if you scroll down, right here. So we use a list view to make this card, make a list of card here. So that's what we are going to do for the other one. Go ahead, use a list view here. Going to wrap this inside a list view, copy the whole stuff. I'm going to say list view builder. So the item builder, can leave it this way. Let's try that. So we have the item builder like this, and the item counts. So right now we're going to leave it to 4. Make it 4, and then we're going to change what we are going to return. We don't want to return a padding or something this, so we are going to return the custom btn. Format this code, save this. Okay, looks like we have an issue. And let me see the reason why we're having that issue. Item counts. So let's say scroll direction. Axis. No. Shouldn't be scroll direction. Oh, okay. I think that's another way we could do this. Okay, I figured something out. Come over here. Go to list of type, call this string say dummy dates. Dummy dates. I want to say that is to a list of tests here. So we're going to add these tests we have here, different dates in there. Next one, copy this. Do the same for this one. Go ahead and copy that. So we have 1, 2, 3, and last one. Go ahead and delete this. Or we could just copy this. Maybe we could make it 5 in total, and come on, push that. Go ahead and yeah, that's enough for us. We are good to do. So these are the dummy dates we have. Save that, and we could come in here. For now, we are going to uncomment this out. Comment this out. What we could do is that we could so we say something like this dot dummy dates dot map that and return to list, convert it to be a list, and we are going to change the custom text in there with what we have here. Copy that over, replace this one, and so we added that, but we are going to replace this dynamically by accessing this E element. So basically the element in the array, we are adding them here as a test. So let's go ahead and save this. And see, so this is what we have, but this is not what we needed. We want this to be in a row form like this. We want it to be in a row form like this, right? So to do that one, we could wrap this, move this into a row widget. So we have a row widget as a children property, and in there, so we have that dummy vectors. Okay. Yeah, paste that. Remove it. So yeah, that will fix the issue. Save it. There we go. Yeah, so here we go with that. But right now it's been moved out. Moved all the way out. So let's see if there's a way we could make it so that we'll move that way, move out of the widget. So I'm going to say max width. So the overflow will start from here. Okay, let's try to fix this issue here. Um, um, let me see. Okay, so our issue right now is let me remove the container first. Save that. So our issue is that we are having this stuff overflowing out of the parent widget, but I'm trying to make it in such a way that it doesn't overflow, but it's kind of contained in the parent's widgets. Um, um, let's see if we could find the help online to go widget. Okay, suggest we wrap the children in a flexible widget. Let's try that out. Okay, that worked, but basically it kind of like gave them a new different width and post them in the same um, line, which is not what we need. Let's convert this to expanded. Yeah, let's see. So we're still looking online to see if we could find an answer to our problem. Okay, I think we found the widget. Says return a wrap and we pass in the widgets and it will wrap it with spacing. Okay, I think we got something. So we can go to wrap our widget with a wrap instead of a row. Call this wrap. So I think we could go ahead and remove this expanded. Okay, guys, we got it working. So basically, this is what we are looking for. Yeah, this is actually the reason I like working with I'm working with Stack Overflow and other questions area. And also the reason why I like programming too. Whenever you get stuck, there's always a resource outside somewhere to unstuck you and get you moving with your stuff. And it's working. I like that. So guys, yeah. So always whenever you feel stuck, whenever you get stuck with a problem, when you are coding or something like that, the best thing you could do is just show that problem online, or just show your errors online. There's always an answer somewhere to help you. I think that's why I wanted to demonstrate this so that we could see that whenever we get into an issue, I'm not a superhero or something like that that I knows everything in Flutter, I knows how to fix each problem or something like that. Like it's always good to kind of like get your answer from online. Just research about it, and you are going to see that online. So that's what we did here. So we got our answer from Stack Overflow, and we just implemented it. And you could see we get this working the way we want. So next thing is go back to our design and continue from here. So we could add a spacing in here. To do that is hover over this and get straight to run spacing and spacing. Let's see what else we need to do. So let's use the spacing and run spacing. So you say spacing has default of 0.0, but then if we actually make it a spacing of so let's try 17. I think that would make sense. 17. So I have 17 right there. That was working, so we spaced it out with 17. But we need a space right here for the beginning. And together, we could wrap this in a padding widget. So that should be 18 overall. So add 18.0. Okay, and that's working. So that we got what we are looking for. So we have this 18.0 added to every single one of these right here. But they are still kind of like together. We need to space every single one of them. How to do that is to wrap this with a pattern. The widget itself, it's a should it be a pattern? We could use a pattern. So it's a pattern around it. So let's make it somewhere around 18. Okay, that's too much. Let's try 8. And Okay. Okay, we could reduce this to padding dot only. Use padding dot only here. And we just want to target the top. We'll apply 8 on it. And then we'll target the bottom. And also do the same 8. We could just target the bottom only. And just add 8.0. We could see that working the way we need it to work. So let's add one, increase this, make it 10. Well, 15. Yeah, I think that's good now. We could increase the spacing right here to 19. And that's it for us. I think we are done with that aspect, which because we got the width to be 166, right? Okay, okay, and okay, guys, yeah. So we're done with that. So that's working. The next thing is that if you look, you see that most of these are transparent in color, and we need to change that. So whenever you tap on it, that's only when you have this brand color showing over every single one of them. So you could just go ahead and change this so that you tap on it to get this color, and under the list should be this. And we could do that by saying so its border, change its border property to true, and then we change the background color, the bottom color, we change that to app colors. That should actually take the, so let's go to the definition. Okay, change that to bland light color, which is this color right here. So that was what the app color should be like. Save that, and all the colors are now changed to this, but the border is different color and not this color. So what we could do is that we go inside this custom bit here, and right here where we have the border color, which is this right here, and we can make it in such a way that the user kind of like gives us a particular color for this. And what we could do is to copy this, and we say in here have something, a final variable, which will be not optional. So this will be color in form of a color, and it's not optional. So we call that border color. I think it makes sense to make it optional. So it will be optional since it's border color, and we're going to make that optional. What we could do, pass it in here. So we pass it inside our constructor, and that's it. This is the border color, and we can assign it to start being something like this. So it starts out being add colors dot to brand color. So we can actually change it later on, and then we go ahead and use that right here. Go ahead and say border color. Okay, so we first unwrapped it because we know that it starts as being something. That's why we first unwrapped it here. And so basically, if you're wondering why I did this, what the sign is here, because if you remove that sign, so it will throw an error. So basically the error is telling you that this is optional, this might be null, And if this is null and you run this code in your runtime, this will crash your app because we say that we want this color to be optional. That means it can be null, and here we are requesting for a color property, and we are trying to pass in a null something that can be null. So since we know that we actually have a color right here for the beginning, so that means this will not be null. So we have to force unwrap it. So this force unwrap it is telling the filter rinter or compiler that this will not be null, that it always has a value. So that's what we're saying. So you save that, and let's save. So let's go to that makes sense right there. Okay, I think it makes sense to assign it here in a constructor, and then I could just save this. That will not show any other error. Let me see. So we're not having an error, and that's it. So let's go over here and now go ahead and change the border color. So it has a border color property. I'm going to say app colors dot unselected. Save that. I see the border color is not changed. We finally got the border color changed based on what we have here. And the next thing is that we want to change the text. Understand? So basically, show up here. And we have, what did we do? So we have a property called text color. We have text color, app colors, but unselected. So here we got it working. So it's basically what we need. So the color and the border, and yeah. So that's it. And one more thing is that we want it that whenever you tap on this, we want this color to basically change to this color, because right now if you tap on this, tap on this, tap on this, tap on this, nothing is working. And one way to fix that, to get that to work, is to basically wrap this. You wrap this with an observable. So you're going to wrap this with an observable widget. So we are going to say obx so this is it, and in here, and we return our widget right in there. And right now we should go to our home controller. We could actually have an animation controller right here, which we haven't set up right now. I think we could just go straight ahead and set that up. So let's set that up, animation controller. So you just say admission underscore controller. Admission controller dot. So we have that in there, and now we're going to pass in stateful. No, not stateful. Just a class that extend recorder. Okay, let me just reply someone. So we got a question on our chat. So we got a question from Rostam. So basically, yeah, to answer your question, Rostam Usmanov. Sorry if I got your name confused or if I didn't pronounce it well. Just let me know how to pronounce it. But to answer your question, why are you using two types of color? I'm talking about the app colors and colors. So they so to explain that, in here is basically not, we are not using two types of color. Remember in Flutter, you are right, in Flutter we have the default color, which is this colors, right? So we have these colors. And right here you are seeing app colors.mentor. So because the reason why I'm using that is that I defined a color object. It's called a theme. So basically, if you are doing theming in Flutter, so you're going to define a color object called that you want to use. So this come on, I should say. So this color object is basically where I have all my colors that I'm going to use everywhere in my app. Is I have them in here. So I'm no longer going to use this. I'm not going to use this one because I don't want to be using the direct color from Flutter. Is I want to be using the custom color that I want from my theme. So that's why I have this. So if you go inside here, so this is it. This is the app colors that you are seeing, and you see whenever I tap into any color, like right here, I'm saying app colors on mental brand light color. That's basically this one. So, and that's basically mapping out to actual Flutter color. So this is the Flutter color right there that this is mapping to. You can see. So that's basically what this app color is doing. Understand? Behind the scene is basically using Flutter native color objects to kind of like create a new default color. So that's basically what I'm doing here. Let me know if you get that, if you understand that properly, or you need more explanation on that. Yeah. So actually, one of the good reason of doing it is that you don't want to have this Flutter color everywhere in your app. Maybe you kind of like forgot which color you use, which color you want to change around your app, or theming something like that. So it's not good to actually be using this color directly. It's always better to create your theme color and then use that theme color everywhere in your app. So that's it. So let's go ahead. What did I do? Looks like I did something wrong. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, this is the OBX property here. So I'm going to call this admission controller. So I'm going to extend getX controller. In here we can just have this final variable that's going to be rx string, and it's going to be selected time. So we're going to say selected time, which is this. It's going to be a test, and that's what this controller is going to be doing for now. I'm going to have this, add that somewhere in our app binding, main app binding right here, and we can just call get box dot put. Let's go ahead and remove this. Okay, I just sorry guys, I just replied some Usman, and so yeah, let's add the controller we just created right here. We will just add that in here. Okay, so we have this added in our main binding, save that. So I think right now we could be able to use this controller anywhere in our app. There's no other place we need to add that. And go ahead and refresh our app. So inside here in our controller, so you can have a function. Set. The method I want to deploy before, so I call this to void set selected time. So I have string of the type called time. Um, I've selected the value equals the time. So that makes it more easier. Go ahead and copy this. No, let's copy this first. I'm going to build the controller right here. Final auth controller. Admission controller dot find. Go ahead and start using this, and scroll up somewhere here. And what we are trying to change right now is the color, button color. So I'm going to say auth controller dot selected time dot value is equals to if it's equals to E, which is a test. If that's true, then I want to change the color to be our brand color, which will basically be app colors dot mental brand, just for the mental brand color. Else it should be this white color, and again that should basically from here I should call auth admission. Okay. So we got an issue. So in here, we get this function from right here. And so it's requesting for a named variable which we call time on pass the element E, which is a text we are displaying. So go ahead and save this. We go ahead and test this out, and you see it's showing up test. Guys, if you look, you see that it's working. So it's only when you tap on this that you get this selected, and yeah, there's it. Okay. Let's give me a second. Okay, looks like we lost our audio, but it's working. So yeah, let's get over here. Yeah, right now if you look over here, you can see that this is working. Typing on either of these button is getting the colors to change the way we want. But one thing we need to fix, even though it's working, so let's see So right now what we could do is that when you tap on this, you change the color to be white and then remove the border, or you could change the border color or just remove the border. But it doesn't make sense to remove the border. We could just change the border color to none. Um, so the text color, we could change the text color to white. So if it's selected, it's true. So I want to change the text color um, to call app colors dot pure, use a pure white property and save that. You see that's showing up here. And last but not the least is the border. So we do the same for the border. If it's selected, it's true. We want to change the border um, to app colors dot that should be brand. Change that to brand colors we have. Save it, and there we go. So if you change, okay, let's put this side by side and compare them. So now having both side by side, so you go ahead and compare this. So you have this. When you selected it, it's now showing up the white text and the whole background is showing up. Select any of this, it works normal. Well, I don't know if you guys could notice something. It looks like let's see there. It looks like the border is too big. Um, so it looks like the border is too big. Let me see if we could reduce the border a bit. So go to definition. So let's try reducing the border to 0.5. But we are going to make this to be dynamic. And it's working, so we need to reduce the border. So we're going to create a new property here. We call that final double border size. Other border size, and it's going to be optional. Come on. So here it is. Here is the border size. And we're going to assign it to be 1.0 from the beginning. So that's basically what it's going to be. And it's optional. And right here, we use that to replace this called border size. And we're going to Flutter Wrap it. So stop showing the error. Save that. And the next is to go over to our admission screen and make use of that border size. I'm going to say border size. So it's a border size 0.5 for us here, and that's going to change it. So that's good, it's working. I'll just bring it down a bit. Let's try 0.3. Now we could check this side by side. And you can see it's matching up to what we need. So yeah, we are good to go. And that's it. So the next thing we have to add here is to add this button we have right here. So let's go ahead and add our button right here. So we go over here, stay inside our list, which is here. We are going to still do that by using this custom button. Yeah, we'll copy this over. Paste that. These are custom button. I said custom button. I meant custom button. And the text is going to be permanent. So copy this text. Go over to our custom text. Remember. So right here, and we're going to say admission, meta admission, say button, so button test. So I have to make an appointment, so go over it right here, replace that button test with custom test, and it should be this for now, and then remove this. We don't need this anymore, and let's see what else we need. We don't need these properties here, and the background color should be our brand color, and we go ahead and remove this one. Also, we same with the border. So came back what we need. I need this. Text color should be white, so remove this one. So go ahead and format our code, and we're back to this. Go ahead and save this, and you see that has been added here, but that's not what we need. What we could do is the test. So the test is 417. So 17. So whether it's true is false. Button color, we need that. Test color. Border size. Go ahead and remove all this. And the next one we could do is to remove this padding property. That still doesn't change anything, and the width property. Save it, and now we got what we're looking for. So basically something that looks like this. So that's it. Let's delete these properties we don't need. And yeah, so next one is to add a padding around it, and we could do that by wrapping this inside a padding widget. Go ahead and add padding of, let's say, around 16 at the two side. So say padding dot only. So you say left. Let's use 18.0, comma right, something like that. Save it, and that's it. It's taking the shape we need. So there's the shape we needed to take. So that's it. That's good. And I think the next thing we could do is to finalize this. Is to actually make a space here. Add this space we could see here. So that would be this much space around it. So you could do that by using padding top, and we could say let's try 20.0, and okay, we still have this to single shot scrolling. Let's increase this to 30. So we could scroll up, scroll down, and scroll up. So yeah, there we go. Guys, there we have our admission page finally done. So let's minimize, zoom out a bit. So zoom out a bit. So let's keep this side by side again. So guys, so let's look at it and compare this side by side. Let's see if there's something we are missing in the design. So we have this, the months, the calendar showing up and working properly. And we have the choose the right time working. So you can just tap and choose the time that the user wants. And next one is that we have the to make an appointment button, which is this. Here is the make an appointment button we are using. And yeah, that's it for the screen. And we can actually go back and forward. So go back and forward, and that's working. And next thing we could do is that when you click to make an appointment, it should take us to this screen right here, and we're going to call this screen payment screen. So you're going to be appointment payment screen. Make an appointment. Yeah, make an appointment. Yeah, so that should be it. And so that's what we will be creating right now. And hopefully we get some base structure for it before we call it a day for today and continue tomorrow on that. So let's move over to this. Okay, guys. Also, when if you see any issue in this screen, if you see there's something we didn't get right, the design structure, we are missing some pixels of designs in there, just let me know and we can tweak that over and fix that to look like what we need right here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start working on this screen right here. So let's go over here. So right now we got our admission. Next one is called close open. That's called make an appointment. But it's make and make um, okay. Yeah, so we call make appointments, and in there we have the two folders we will create: presentation. The next one basically will be application application, and the next one will basically be widgets. And inside the presentation, we're going to have create a presentation print screen. We call that make appointment screen. Dot that. Got this stateful. So inside this, so we call this make appointment screen. And delete this, we don't need this. And hover over this, go ahead and add that, return. So basically I'm going to return, what's it called again? So let's return a scaffold, and in there we have a body, which will be a container, and so the body should actually be a safe area, called a safe area. And inside our container, remember we still have a widget that we have to add, and now we're going to call that a test. So we call that a test. Inside it should make appointment test for now. So we leave it this way for now. And again, the background color. So the background color should be theme or scaffold. Yeah, that should be the background color. Save that. And let's add a routes page. So make a route right here, and we have admission page, and this should be called and make appointment. So yeah, I should make an appointment as the route text. Save that. Close this. The next one we're going to add is the page, and so basically this should be inside. Okay, I can actually make it to be a different page on this one. So we got call get page, and the name will be routes dot make appointments, and the page will be a function that returns make appointment screen, which we're going to import right here, and that will save us some errors we should have gotten. Format our code and go ahead and save this. I think that's it. And the next step to start using this in our appointment scheme, no, admission scheme. So that whenever we tap on this, please, so we should call get to named. It's going to call further slash make so that should be get. So the route should be what's it called again? Appointments. Copy that. So yeah, so use that for now. So we're going to make it this way, and let's see if there's something we're missing. Okay, so let's go ahead and restart our app. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Go to admission schedule and scroll down. Click on this, and it took us to the make appointment page, which is what we'll be building right now. This one, and if you look, it has the same structure like this. So this will be easy for us. Go ahead and copy some stuff from here. So guys, I'm still going to change all this stuff. Yeah, now I remember. So this stuff here is actually a dummy data, and we're still going to change this so this will be returned from Firebase. So we could get this from Firebase and not a dummy data. And that being said, let's go ahead. So go ahead and copy this row. So this is the row which you want to copy, because I have a test and an icon. I copy that row because that's inside a column widget. Back here, so a container widget. Cool. So I have a single shell scroll and a column. That's not a container, so I'm going to remove this container widget. So I have a column widget right here, and in here has a children, and in here we have this row that we copied over, and we wrap this with a single shell scroll view. Copy that over. So I have this single shell scroll view. Import this, format this, and go ahead and save what we have. And there we go. So if you look at this, you see Yeah, it's showing up. So we have admission schedule, but that should be make an appointment. So you copy that text, go over to the custom text, scroll down here, and we're going to call this appointment. Make an appointment title, and we'll replace the text. Okay, we got this. So make an appointment test. So okay, good to go. Copy this. Go to save this over here, and we are going to replace what we have here with it. So save it, and now you can see. So it's saying you can see we have this sentence showing up now. So it's saying make an appointment. Basically, what we have here is make an appointment. Both of them are matching up, and let's use basically to start adding up. So next time is to start working on this part. So you can go ahead and implement that right now. And if you look at this, see that this is a row widget. So it's in a row widget form. So go ahead and add that. So below here, create another row. Come on. So they have a children. And in there, we're going to have you can get that from details page. So here it is. You could go ahead and use it here, paste, and format our code. Now we're going to so you get to say select test psychology.value, but we're getting that from home controller, so we need to go ahead and implement. Okay, so that's not it. Let's add our home controller in here. So home controller don't find, get that, and use that up here. So import this, so these errors will go away. Now we don't have this error showing up. Go ahead and save this. Next one is that, yeah, we got the image. You're looking for this, the image, and now we have to have a padding of 16 at both ends and a padding of 18 or 20 thereabout from the top. So we're going to set top 22 and left, and right the same 16.0. Save that, and there we go. So you have 16.0 now moved a bit from the left, but the image is too big, so we can reduce it to 60 by 60, and we can say I'll say 80 by 80. Save that, and let's see. We can actually reduce to 60 by 60 since that's what the designer wants. But let's see how that looks. So if we just move it to 60 by 60, that looks too small to me. That looks too small to me. We just leave it that way, and then we add a test and this test right here, and that to do that, I can still copy that from our details page where we have the image right here, and we have the text, the username, and so copy this first. So we have this. Next will be this. Save that. And there we go. There's the username. And right here, so let's see this test. So the test should have 415 pixels, 400 as the weight, 15 as the size. So we can say um, 400, and then font size will basically be 15.0. Yeah, that will go. And the color is still the same. Let's see what else we need to change. And then 14 from the left side, and that should be 14. Nope, 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 nope. So let's see on the top. So let's say. So I want to add this top here because if you actually look at what we got here right now, so is very big from the top to here. It's actually a big distance, so we want to reduce it a bit, and then from the left is big too. We want to reduce it to 14 right here, and 14 pixels. So we could say top is 10 from the left. Okay, so the reason why we are getting that is that this one already has a left applied to it, so we can reduce that. Reduce the left there. We reduce the right applied to it. Over here, add the left of 14 here, and we still have to go up a bit. 5. So yeah, we could leave it this way. Then we add this last test here, and go ahead and copy this and still paste that. Remove this. So let's hard code it for now. So right now we're going to remove it. So let's go ahead and hard code that. There's a test we want, but the color and the appearance is different. So we could get a color and appearance from here. Remember, we actually use that in our details page, so we are going to do that. So in our details page, we have this caption test. So it's 411. Okay, basically it shouldn't be in a row, so both of them should be in a column. Yeah, a column widget. Okay, add that, add the spacing. Now you see that, so both of them are working properly. So how they in a column form. And one more thing is that we make them to stand at the same place. They have to start from the beginning. So you can use cross axis here. Cross axis does start. So now you moved it, so now they are starting the same line. But right now we still have to change the color of this. So the easiest way to change the color of that should be use color, app colors dot unselected. have unselected, and there we go. So we got the color showing up. So right now we have exactly what we need. So both of them are matching the same. So we have those of the same color here, the same color applied here. Right now we are going to, tomorrow we are going to continue from here. I will continue building from here all the way to the end. Yeah, I'm hopeful we are going to complete this by tomorrow, this side tomorrow, and then we focus on adding these functionalities. So once we complete this tomorrow, then we won't go further to working on this one. Basically, we are going to focus on adding the functionality that's needed and change this from dummy test to real test. And then next one after that, we'll move over to the next pages, which is consultation and this side and the functionalities. Then after that, move to chatting the same with article section. I think the last pages will profile and others we are done. So that's nothing more. We are almost getting there. And the good side of it is that once you are working on this, um, the team side of it is also taking shape. So we don't need to make any changes to the team side of this that team because we already specified a team for it, which we can test that out too. So if you go here, if we go back to our main folder, our main.dat, which is this, I'll go ahead and change this theme. So there we go. So let's go back. For now, let's try this. So here we are. So you can see the theme taking shape. Here we go. So you can see everything showing up. So you could just go back here and you can see we are getting somewhere, which is great. It's really great. But there's an issue we just saw now. So we need to fix this to actually look this way. They should take the theme, actually the dark background of the parents. So to fix that up, here's our admission screen. Another admission screen will have this custom button, and the button color should actually be based so this should be okay, not like this. So this should be based on the on the theme, on the parent theme. Theme dot of context. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this is just to use scaffold background color. Now we fix now we fix it, but we should throw an error. So there will be an issue because we fixed it, but right now we can't see this properly. Um, so we can't see it properly, but the colors are showing up if you tap on this. But this one we can't see it, so we have to work on this. And okay, guys, tomorrow we'll be working on that. But right now, I just want to show you that the team is actually taking a good shape. Not much we need to do except here. And if you go to the details page, let's see the details page. So the details page is actually fine. We don't need to change anything on the details page side of it. And open this, see the article section. So there's the articles, which is taking shape. So we don't need to change anything. And with that being said, And let me see. So that's it. And which we already shaped this side, which we know how it looks like. And so here it is. There we go. So yeah, our team side of it is working. So tomorrow we are going to work more on the teaming and also finish other stuff up. Yeah, guys. So see you guys tomorrow and have a nice day. Looking forward to meeting you all tomorrow. Let's go back. Let's go back and revert. So let's go back and reset this. So save. Now we are back to our team. Close this. We are done. Minimize and I'm gonna close this too. And yeah, guys, keep on sharing the stream and keep on getting more people to watch this stream with us live and share it on the social media page, and also care to follow me on social media page, my Instagram and other places, and we will keep in touch and keep working on all these beautiful projects. Thank you all.